If you've ever stood at the counter and thought, this one's the healthier pick, that exact item is probably already in your order. And the thing you trust the most on that menu is doing the most damage. I went through every single item. 9 you should drop. 3 are actually fine. And 1, the one that markets itself as the safe choice, that one's last, and it's the one that genuinely shocked me. McDonald's tastes the same in every country. Tokyo, Texas, doesn't matter. That consistency isn't an accident. It comes from a very specific, very repeatable list of additives and preservatives. That's not a conspiracy. That's just what it takes to run 40,000 locations at the exact same quality. But once I actually read what they disclose, and it is public, nothing hidden here, some of it genuinely surprised me. Here's the list. 9 to avoid, 3 that are fine, and stick around for the last one. You won't see it coming. Item 1, the McFlurry and most of the dessert menu. The soft serve contains carrageenan. Sounds harmless. Comes from seaweed, technically natural. Here's the catch, there are 2 versions. Undegraded carrageenan, the one used in food, and degraded carrageenan, also called polygenine, which the International Agency for Research on Cancer flags as a possible carcinogen. The open question is whether your gut converts one into the other during digestion. A researcher named Joanne Tobacman spent years on exactly that question. Her work, published in Environmental Health Perspectives, raised enough concern that she formally petitioned the FDA to pull carragenan's safety status. The FDA said no, it stayed on the menu. Stop me for a second. Make of it what you want. If you've got any kind of gut inflammation issue, this is worth knowing. Item 2, the Chicken McNugget. Let's clear something up first. The pink slime rumor. Mechanically separated chicken, that's outdated. McDonald's switched to whole muscle chicken back in 2003. That part of the internet legend is dead. Here's what's actually in it now. TBHQ, tert-butyl hydroquinone, a preservative derived from petroleum, and its only job is keeping the frying oil from going rancid. The FDA caps it at 0.02% of total fat content. In animal studies, doses 5 times that level were linked to precancerous stomach lesions. The dose in your nugget is legal, totally within limits. Here's the part that got me though. TBHQ isn't just in the nuggets, it's in the fries, it's in the fish. Order all 3 together, and you're stacking the same preservative from 3 directions, and that legal limit was never built to measure that kind of cumulative load. Item 3, the filet-o-fish. The fish itself is pollock. That part's genuinely fine. Here's what's not. The bun has high fructose corn syrup. The tartar sauce has high fructose corn syrup. The ketchup, if you add it, also has high fructose corn syrup. So this light sandwich is hitting you with sugar from 3 different directions before you've even touched a drink. The 2020 Dietary Guidelines cap added sugar at 10% of daily calories. One filet-o-fish meal with fries can put you close to half that ceiling, before dessert, before a Coke, before anything else. This is the item that actually surprised me. Not because the fish is bad, because the entire lighter option reputation is built on refined carbs and corn syrup. People order this specifically because it feels like the responsible choice. Think about that for a second. If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, subscribe. We do one of these every week. Back to it. Okay, items 1 through 3 were things McDonald's adds on purpose. This next group is different. This is what happens during cooking, the part nobody puts on a label. Item 4, large fries. The ingredient list includes natural beef flavor, which actually contains wheat and milk derivatives. McDonald's fries are not vegetarian in the US. They got sued over exactly this in 2001, settled for $10 million. But the real issue is acrylamide. When starchy food cooks at high heat, a reaction between natural sugars and an amino acid called asparagine produces this compound. Both the FDA and the National Toxicology Program classify it as a probable human carcinogen based on animal data. McDonald's fries consistently test among the highest acrylamide levels of any fast food item in Consumer Reports testing. And portion size compounds it fast. A large order carries roughly double the acrylamide of a small. That's not a small difference. That's basically doubling your exposure for a few extra fries. Item 5. The Bacon McDouble. Sodium nitrate. It's in basically every cured meat, and it's the reason bacon is pink instead of gray. It also prevents botulism, which is genuinely important. Nitrates aren't pointless. The problem shows up when nitrates hit high heat and react with amino acids, forming compounds called nitrosamines. In 2015, the World Health Organization classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, their highest certainty category, meaning the human evidence is considered sufficient, not just probable. Same category as tobacco, though the actual magnitude of risk is very different. Bacon, sausage, the McRib when it's back, all processed meat, all carrying this. I want to be fair here. This doesn't mean one bacon McDouble is going to hurt you. It means the pattern of eating processed meat regularly is the thing the data is actually about. Item 6. The Premium Southwest Salad. This is the one that really got me. Picture this. You're standing at the counter trying to make the slightly better choice. You see a salad, you order it, crispy chicken, full dressing. That salad has more sodium than a Big Mac, more saturated fat than a quarter pounder, and it costs more money. The healthy option in that building is, by their own numbers, frequently the worst trade on the menu. Not because vegetables are bad, but because everything added to make a fast food salad taste good quietly cancels out the entire reason you ordered it. This isn't hidden. It's printed on their own nutrition card. Almost nobody actually reads it. Item 7. The McGriddle. That artificial maple flavor in the pancake bun is carrying yellow 5 and red 40. Both FDA approved, both required to carry a warning label in the European Union. May have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. Same dyes, same research. 2 different continents reach 2 different conclusions. You can decide which regulator you trust more on this one. Item 8. The sausage burrito. It says egg product, not egg. That's egg whites and yolks combined with stabilizers, then pasteurized. Not dangerous on its own, just not what most people picture when they hear egg. Stack that with processed sausage, a tortilla made with partially hydrogenated oil and processed cheese, and this lands squarely in what's called the NOVA food classification. Ultra-processed, meaning 5 or more industrial ingredients you'd never find in a regular kitchen. Researchers at the University of São Paulo built that classification system, and large population studies using it have repeatedly linked high ultra-processed intake to increased cardiovascular risk. Not because any single ingredient here is dangerous alone, because the overall pattern at scale keeps showing up in worse outcomes. Item 9. The one that shocked me most. Happy Meal apple slices. I know. Apples. How bad could that possibly be? The apples themselves are completely fine. What's added to stop browning? Calcium ascorbate, which is just vitamin C, and calcium chloride, a standard firming agent, also fine. Here's the actual problem. The dipping sauce is sold right alongside them. The low-fat caramel dip and the low-fat vanilla dip, both led with high fructose corn syrup as the primary sweetener, plus modified starch and artificial flavor. Think about who's ordering this. A parent trying to balance out the fries and nuggets already on the tray, grabbing the apple slices specifically because it feels like the responsible ad. And the dip, sitting right next to those apples, is quietly delivering more corn syrup into a kid's meal. Not balancing the tray, adding to it. This is the pattern across the entire menu. The item marketed hardest as the responsible choice is doing the least nutritional work. Once you see it here, you start seeing it everywhere on this menu. Now the good news. You need somewhere to actually order from. First, side salad, no dressing. The base greens are clean. Bring your own oil and vinegar or skip dressing entirely. And this is a genuinely fine order. The lettuce was never the problem. Second, The Egg McMuffin, with one caveat. The Canadian bacon is still processed meat, same nitrate issue as before. But the egg is an actual cracked whole egg, not egg product. Real cheese, standard muffin. Compared to almost everything else on this breakfast menu, it's the most transparent thing they sell. Third, black coffee. Obvious, but worth saying out loud. McCafe coffee is genuinely well-reviewed, and the ingredient list is one word: coffee. If you want the cleanest order in that entire building, this is it. Here's what you know now that most people in that drive-through line don't. The item that feels like the safe choice is frequently the worst one on the tray. The salad, loaded with dressing, the apple slices next to the caramel dip, the fish sandwich riding on corn syrup. The marketing and the actual nutrition card are telling two completely different stories. One thing you can do today: McDonald's publishes a full nutrition PDF on their website. 45 seconds before you order, check the sodium and sugar numbers on whatever you are about to get. Not about being perfect, just about ordering with the real numbers instead of the menu board's framing. If you're managing sodium, blood sugar, or anything specific with a doctor, that conversation belongs there, not here. But for the rest of this menu, you've got what you need. That gap between how something's marketed and what's actually in it, that's not unique to McDonald's. Once you know how to spot it here, you'll start spotting it everywhere you eat.